How many people do you know who struggle with their health? Chances are, whether they show it or not, most of the people in your life do. And chances are, you're one of them. Whether you're dealing with anxiety, depression, endometriosis, acne, eczema, autoimmune, thyroid, Lyme, brain fog, fatigue, or any other symptom or condition, you're far from alone. Living with symptoms has become the new normal. So no more guessing games. It's time to get answers. Welcome to the Medical Medium Podcast. I'm Anthony William. We're talking about Mattress Island. So many people know what that means. You're sick, you're struggling, you don't feel good, you're really tired, your body's hurting, and you end up spending a lot more time in bed. A lot more time in bed than anybody else. And Mattress Island is no joke. It's a difficult situation for so many. Think about it. If somebody even catches the flu and they're down for 2 weeks and they're spending most of that 2 weeks in their bed or on Couch Island, it's a struggle. Things get old fast. And chronic illness is on the rise like never before. A lot of people have a lot of downtime, not because they want that downtime, because they're forced to have that downtime. They don't have any other choice. Their body says, lay down, rest. Lay down, rest. And that's all they can do. Now hang on for this episode, strap yourself in, fasten your seatbelts. We're going for a ride. We're talking about chronic mystery illness. We're talking about what it's like to be in a situation where the bed is your friend and the bed is your island. We're covering everything about Mattress Island. The doctor will see me? Thank you, nurse. Okay. Hey, hi. Yeah, hey, I'm Mike. I can't barely even be here. Yeah, no, I was passing out, like feeling like I was gonna pass out in the waiting room. Yeah, I've had the flu now for like 9 days. Yeah, and I have to get better. I got to get back to work. My boss is wondering where I am, and I told him I have the flu, and he said that other people have the flu too, and they're back in the office. And I said, well, I don't know why. I went to go leave the house and I thought I was going to fall over. Felt really weak and short of breath. Okay, you're listening to my chest right now, my lungs? Okay. Ooh, that's cold. The stethoscope's cold. Okay. The bronchitis? Okay, well, I just got to get out of my house. I've been bed to the couch. In my bed, staring at the ceiling, then the couch. In my bed, staring at the walls, and then my phone, and then back to the couch. And I just got to get better. I've been home too long. It's been 9 days. Let's face it. No one likes to be sick. No one wants downtime. People want to be able to move and groove and live their life. And if you're somebody with chronic illness, I'm not just talking about the flu or anything like that, or a broken ankle or something. Somebody who has chronic illness spends a lot of time in bed, a lot of time on the couch, really understands. They understand how hard it can be. They understand how lucky people are and how they take things for granted. Yes, take things for granted. You can be on Mattress Island and sick for years. There are people out there struggle with all kinds of mystery symptoms, and they're on Mattress Island. And what does Mattress Island even mean? First of all, it's way different than when someone breaks a leg, or they break an ankle or sprain an ankle, or they hurt their back for a little while, and they got a little bit more downtime than normal. I've seen people out there with a broken leg, they're in a cast, and they're doing more than somebody who's sick with a chronic illness. They're out and about, they're in cars, they're at restaurants with friends, they're limping around with their crutches, but they're still living their life.
more than when someone really is struggling with a chronic illness, really sick with some severe fatigue, and they're laying in bed. That's what they're doing, laying in bed. And the person laying in bed could have been sick for a very long time, years. And even when they were at their best years ago, they were still struggling with some kind of symptom that's mysterious, or they have 3 or 4 different diagnoses. Meanwhile, the guy with the broken leg just came off of a skiing trip and actually was going down the slope real fast, hit an ice patch, flipped over, rolled over, hit a tree, and they're thinking about the last trip they were on while they're sitting there in a cast. The person with the broken leg doesn't really end up on Mattress Island, so to speak. They get cabin fever, even if it's not in the middle of the winter. Cabin fever is just being home too long, feeling like you're trapped inside. Your friends have to come and visit you. You got a broken leg or a broken ankle or a really badly sprained ankle, and you're just home, and the cabin fever just kicks in. You're on the phone, you're complaining to your friends or family about how you're so bored. And this is much different than Mattress Island. Chronically sick people on Mattress Island see it differently. They see somebody who has a sprained ankle as somebody with a sprained ankle, not somebody with a chronic disease or chronic illness where they have to spend most of their time in bed, or some kind of illness where they're so fatigued they can't get out of bed. They could barely function or be standing up for an hour before they feel like they're going to get dizzy and fall over. It's different when you're a college student and you catch the flu, it's going around. Everybody on campus is coughing. They're all choking on phlegm, coughing, sneezing. And they have a few days where they're really miserably sick. They got a fever. They feel like crap. They're achy. They're in pain. They're uncomfortable. But yet after a few days, they're getting back into action, the swing of things. Sure, they're still a little tired. They don't feel great. They might need a nap or two. But it's not the same thing as people with chronic illness who spend most of their life in bed. Chronic illness is on the rise. And you know what else is on the rise? People with chronic illness who aren't healing. Yes, people not healing is on the rise too. It's not just about people getting sick that's on the rise. It's people getting sick and not healing that's on the rise. So 1 million more people are going to learn the ropes, or have to learn the ropes of Mattress Island, and another 1 million more people, and 10 more million people. And everybody's Mattress Island is a little different. Some people are on Mattress Island for 22 hours a day. Some people, 24 hours a day. Many people, it's just extra hours, which is brutal enough. And the variations of Mattress Island are vast. And with many people, it can start where they just don't feel good. And then they start getting tired. Then they get to their first doctor, their second doctor, the third doctor. They don't know why they're so tired. Next thing you know, anxiety is produced. Next thing you know, depression is produced. Next thing you know it, not only do they not feel good, and they got anxiety, but they got brain fog. They can't think. They got a foggy head. They don't feel well. And they end up staying in bed more than normal. They end up on their mattress more than normal. They get up in the morning. They think they can push through. They feel like they can start a day. They got a little bit of sleep, or they got a lot of sleep. And then they hit the wall, and they hit the wall fast, within hours. And then right back in bed. But that's just one of millions of versions of varieties. Some people, they just hit the wall one day, they end up in bed and never get out. There's some people that see 10, 20, 30 doctors. They fight for it. They're trying their best. But inevitably, they're on Mattress Island for most of the day, every single day, because of their chronic illness and symptoms. Some people show the early signs. They just don't get there yet. They're young. They're still strong. They're sick, but yet not that sick. Their doctor tells them for their anxiety, just run, just work out more. So they end up running on their treadmill. They end up working out every day. They battle their anxiety. They battle their brain fog. They get a little tired here and there. But eventually, if the underlying cause isn't fixed, the problem, the real cause isn't discovered for them to heal over time, whether it's 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years down the road, their fatigue is going to take over more. Their anxiety is going to take over more. They're not going to fix the root problem. and running or exercising may not be an option, especially if they do get some downtime because of an injury. And that's another thing. Getting an injury while you're also chronically ill with other problems that are mysterious. The combination is a Mattress Island nightmare as well. Many people are in and out of Mattress Island. They have a moment in their life where they remember being sicker than normal or being really sick, and they spent a lot of time at home on their mattress or on the couch. They have an understanding. There is a reality. There's something that happened in their life. They know what it was like. They know and they remember, oh my God, I was down for a year. It was a really bad year, rough year. I caught COVID. It stuck with me. It felt like I was sick for months. I really spent most of the time in the house, could barely stand in my kitchen. I was in bed most of the time, then back on the couch, then in bed. There are people that have been there and they know. And they recovered just naturally. Their bodies just overcame it and they rose out of it. But they had a taste. They had a good taste. But then there's people who really struggle. They really can't get any better, any faster, it feels. They've had it really hard for years, and they spent most of their time in bed. Most of their time in bed or on the couch. There's people out there can barely stand. They're so weak they get dizzy. They feel like they're going to hit the floor. They can't take a shower so easily. Water hitting the back of their head could almost knock them over. They feel like their nerves are completely fried. They not only have tightness in the chest and tightness of the throat and tingles and numbness and aches and pains everywhere and severe fatigue and brain fog. Not only do they have all of that, they can get migraines that are really bad, have restless leg syndrome, not sleep very well, have vertigo and balance issues, have tinnitus, ringing in the ears really bad, and body pain. Their joints hurt everywhere. Their knees hurt, their hips hurt, their back hurts, their feet hurt, their elbows really hurt, and their shoulders really hurt, and their neck really hurts. And they spend most of their time in bed. They may get up for an hour, try to walk around a little bit, stand in the kitchen, try to be productive in some way, try to feed themselves, but inevitably they end up back in bed, and it's a fight. It's a battle every single day. It's mysterious chronic illness, and it's not easy. If you're not really sick, you might be thinking, this is ridiculous, Mattress Island. How can somebody be stuck on the mattress? How come they can't just get up, go do things, go to the doctor, get fixed? But that's the whole thing about chronic and mystery illness. People have been to the doctor, doctors. They've been to hundreds of them sometimes in some cases. People who just can't get better. They don't have answers. And newbies on Mattress Island learn really quick when their friends come to see them, stand there by their bed and say, hey, get up. What are you doing? Why are you here? What do you mean you're sick? Get to the doctor, get fixed. And newbies learn who their friends really are too. Because after a while, the longer you're on Mattress Island, you may lose a couple of friends, which is actually normal and sad at the same time. The thing is, you should never have to lose any friends or get confusion with family members just because you're unwell with mystery chronic illness and you're on Mattress Island. Friends should actually be able to understand what's happening, be able to listen to you. Back in the day, 10, 20, 30 years ago, Mattress Island was a really lonely place because nobody had an understanding about chronic illness. When you were sick with chronic illness, it was a bizarre thing because there weren't that many people sick compared to now. So at least between the media and a lot of people being sick now and social media, people are seeing so much of it that it at least makes some sense. But even with that said, it's still really, really, really hard because if you're down and out and you have a lot of downtime and you're on Couch Island and Mattress Island, you're in bed, you're on the couch a lot, friends and family who aren't sick still see it in a different way. They're just wondering what's going on. Are you really that sick? What's happening? And people have to live with a lot of grief with family and friends when it comes down to Mattress Island. And some family are really understanding, and they understand and they see it and they understand the suffering. Some family members really care. Some just don't get it at all. Now, there's different levels of Mattress Island. If someone is getting 1 hour of downtime a day, they get disgruntled about it. People want to move and groove and do appointments all day long. People want to work their job, work out in the gym, go out with their friends, party, come back home, sleep, and then do it all over again. They want to move and groove. They want to live life. They want to travel. They want to drive around. They want to see things. They don't want any downtime. A nap can be annoying to a lot of people. Friends and family that don't nap, that never take a nap, get really annoyed when someone else they know is napping or sleeping during the day. Daytime sleeping is really not what Mattress Island people do. They're suffering and they're struggling. The problem is with being on Mattress Island, being in bed all the time or most of the time is sleeping. It's not easy to sleep when you're on Mattress Island because you're there all the time. It makes it hard. Yes, a nap could happen. You could sleep during the day if you're not sleeping at night. But overall confusion happens to friends and family and outside world people outside of Mattress Island. They think you're probably sleeping all the time or you need a rest and you need to sleep, which is the greatest insult to a person on Mattress Island for a long time. Maybe somebody who's a newbie on Mattress Island who has chronic fatigue syndrome, the kind where they can sleep, not the kind of chronic fatigue syndrome where they can't sleep yet, but they have the one where they need to sleep more hours and sleep a long time. And that may not last if they don't heal or get the answers they need or the information they need and they don't recover. It could lead to not being able to sleep much anymore, but still having the chronic fatigue syndrome. People on Mattress Island are some of the most misunderstood people around. Some of the most misunderstood because other people don't understand what they're going through. They don't understand their pain. It's inconceivable to them. Like, why is this person in bed all the time? Come on, get better now, get fixed. Maybe it's psychological. Maybe they want to be sick. And it's unfair because no one wants to lay in bed. No one wants to be on the couch all day and all night. Nobody wants to have problems sleeping. And back to sleeping, it's hard for people on Mattress Island to sleep because they're in bed all the time. It throws off the rhythm. It's different when you get up, you start your day, you work out, go to the gym, maybe work out at home, make yourself some food, take off, leave, go to work. You're driving around in your car. Lunchtime, you're doing some errands, back in your car, back to work. Maybe you go and hang out with some friends after work. Maybe you do your workout after work. Maybe you do another appointment that you had scheduled. You go home, make your dinner, you're tired, you're running around all day, you feel it, you had a day, you get ready to tuck yourself in bed after you get ready for bed, and you fall asleep. Wake up in the morning, you start it all over again. And people often get misunderstood when they're on Mattress Island because other people think they're lazy and they just want to be in bed all day. They want to sleep all day. Meanwhile, the grueling truth is there's nothing pretty about it at all. And there's nothing really relaxing about it at all because a lot of emotions well up with people who are struggling with chronic illness and feel like they're stuck in life, stuck with their sickness. People don't understand. Doctors don't understand. They're trying to get better. They're doing everything they can. They lack resources. Many people lack the support, and they're lucky they even have a bed to sleep on. And unless you've been there, you've actually been that sick and you've been on Mattress Island, will you ever understand? People who are sick and they're in this situation, they know what their ceiling looks like. Sometimes they know every crevice, every crack, every single blemish. They know what their walls look like. They know what the pictures on their walls look like, posters, different photographs they may have, or decorations, or if it's just four walls and paint. They know the color of the paint really well. They know the markings on the walls. They know their room well. And if a mosquito enters the room, got in somehow from outside, they'll know it. And they'll be highly, highly annoyed by it. And if a fly comes in, they'll know it too. People on Mattress Island are more sensitive. They see things differently. They understand things people would not understand. When a mosquito comes in, a fly comes in, it's a whole different story than somebody that just jumps out of bed in the morning, swats the mosquito, just runs around, says, okay, I'm up anyway. Let me just start my day. It's a lot different when you're on Mattress Island and you didn't sleep good that night. You're sick. You don't feel well. You can't just jump out of bed right away and try to swat a mosquito. Your shoulders hurt, your hands, your wrists may hurt. You're very tired. You might be dizzy. It's just not easy. But then noises. It's a whole nother thing on Mattress Island. People who are in the house, on Couch Island too, or Mattress Island, know the noises around them. They know their surroundings, their environment. They're there all the time. They know the different noises outside, the trucks, the garbage trucks, when they come, what day they come, the noise they make. They know the neighbors' noises. If they're in apartment buildings, they know when the neighbors leave, come and go. And they know their noises in the house, the creaks on the floors, the creaks by the doors, the window creaks. They know the different sounds that machines make in their house, their wash machine, their dryer. They know the dishwasher. They know all the different beeps and sounds somebody else might not even realize is there. Somebody living in their house doesn't even think about the beep of the dishwasher or the sound of a water heater or the sound that's inside a basement or an attic, or even just the sounds coming out of the vents, the air conditioning, the heater, the fan blowing, all of it. People who are Mattress Island are really attuned to sounds and noises. They're attuned to everything around them, their surroundings. They're attuned if a flea or a fly or a gnat comes into the room. And if they don't have white noise inside the room, because white noise can block out a lot of sounds that get disturbing at night or early morning, they'll hear the birds in the morning. Springtime, they'll hear the birds chirping, 5 o'clock in the morning, right when light is starting to come out, right when the sun is rising, dawn. They'll hear all the birds. They'll hear all the noises. They'll hear a cat in the middle of the night meowing. They'll hear some raccoons rummaging around through a garbage can. People who are Mattress Island, they know their surroundings well. They hear everything, they sense everything, and their smell is a whole nother level. Their noses can smell virtually anything. They can smell when somebody walks in the house with cologne or perfume on. Their sniffers can sniff out anything, sniff out all kinds of different smells that come off of boxes, that come off of clothing. They can smell things. The reason why is they're in their room all the time or on their couch all the time. They're in the house all the time. Smells that are coming from outside and get through the window, they'll smell it. Somebody opens up the door to let some fresh air in. If there's somebody running a dryer sheet at the neighbor's house and it's blowing out of the vent, it's going to blow right into the house. If somebody's cutting the lawn next door, all the grass clippings and exhaust fumes enter in through the window or the door, they're going to smell it. And they're going to be like, whoa, or somebody burning. Somebody has a fire pit or a fireplace next door down the street, and all that smoke is bellowing. They're going to smell the smoke come through the window, come through the door, the doorway. They're going to smell things, see things, and hear things like no other. And it's important to have respect for them. For anybody that's on Mattress Island or even Couch Island, respect is important because their journey alone warrants it. The doctor appointments, being sick, battling that sickness emotionally, spiritually, mentally, what they've been through in their life, how much wisdom they accrued from it. Another thing, too, people don't realize that people on Mattress Island are really smart. Just because they're sick and they're unwell, they spend a lot of time in bed or on their mattress or on the couch, doesn't mean they're not smart. Somebody with chronic illness long-term learns a lot. They learn how to live with it. They learn how to fight emotions and feelings. They learn how to spiritually grow. They know what they've been through. They know what they're going through. And they got a lot of wisdom. They've done a lot of research. They've done a lot of work on themselves. They understand the world differently. They see things differently, and they're extremely spiritual people. I have respect for everybody. But if two people came up to me and wanted to give me spiritual guidance, and one person never had a serious chronic illness and goes to yoga classes, does their appointments and self-care all day long, has a social media channel, does their exercises, their workouts, I'll listen to what they have to say. I'll hear it and have respect for them and for what their experiences are. But if somebody else was standing there and they lived many years on Mattress Island, or even 6 months on Mattress Island because of a chronic illness, and they fought their way out of it, they rose out of it, and they have tremendous experience with chronic illness itself. They've been to a lot of doctors, healers, practitioners, natural and alternative and conventional and traditional, and maybe they didn't get better yet. Maybe they did. Either way, I want to hear what they have to say. I have respect for them too. Not only respect, but I understand. I understand that they had a serious journey and they may have learned a lot from it. And I want to hear their wisdom. Life before they got sick, life before they had to see all the doctors, life before they went onto that merry-go-round in the sea of confusion, life before they ended up in bed and on the couch, more so than, say, somebody else. That pre-sick experience, then going into sickness, the doctors, looking for help, the pain, the suffering, the losses, the struggles, the misunderstandings, all of it is powerful, powerful life experience that is unmeasurable and valuable, extremely valuable, because that person's soul gets stronger and stronger and brighter. Their experience, their free will, and even if they didn't get better yet, still valuable information and wisdom I want to hear because they're keeping themselves strong, keeping themselves alive, fighting the good fight. They're going to get out of the woods. They're going to get to a point of healing. So if two people came to me and one was somebody that really never got sick before, maybe they just had a little bit of acne, a little bit of fatigue temporarily, a little bit of bloating, but they do their workouts, they take care of themselves, sure. They're watching what they eat, they're not having processed foods, they're running, they're exercising, they're working out, they're playing hard, they're working, they're doing things, they're doing self-care every single day, running around doing their appointments, and they got wisdom and they want to share that with me. I will hear it. I will listen and have total respect. But if somebody came from Mattress Island, been through hell and back, rose out of the ashes, and maybe they didn't even get there yet, but the experiences, the information, and the kind of soul they are to withstand that, man, it's a whole nother thing. Nothing that anybody could really realize unless they've been through it, unless they had that experience. Being on Mattress Island, so much is gained, even though so many people on Mattress Island feel like so much is lost. Friendships, family, all kinds of different respect they feel, work, careers, you name it, they feel like they may have lost while they're sick, while they're going through it. But the chronic illness life experience they have supersedes all that. And if people feel compelled to teach me something, to tell me something, to talk to me, I'll listen. But when I hear somebody going through that and know they've been on Mattress Island, man, I have the respect of all respects for that, regardless. And I respect everybody, but I know what that means. I know what that means. If you're somebody that's in bed all the time, not because you want to be, but because you're on Mattress Island, look into the future. Spend a moment to look into the future and see yourself healed, see yourself better. Time travel, see yourself in the future because you're going to be better and you're going to be looking back at this moment and know that you healed. You're going to look back and you're going to say, wow, I was on Mattress Island. Wow, all that time I spent on my healing process, all those pains, all that fatigue. I remember that. I remember the days I was there. Now I've moved forward and I've healed. Look into the future and see that. You're going to be better. You're going to heal. You're going to look back. You're going to know what you went through. And now it's just temporary. You're temporarily sick, temporarily in the place you're in. And you've already come this far. There's no turning back now. You're going to move forward. And you deserve to heal. Never forget that. It's owed to you. You've earned it. You have the right to heal. You have the God-given right to heal, and you've earned it, and you deserve it. People who are chronically sick and they're on Mattress Island don't forget. They don't forget timelines. They don't forget the past. They remember things, and they focus on those things. And everything has meaning to them. They don't have to fight to get meaning out of something. They see what's important in the world. They see what's important in life. They see these things. They have respect for them, understanding, compassion for other people too. People on Mattress Island that are struggling and suffering and have been there for a long time have compassion for others. They truly care. And they see the meaning of all these different things other people don't see because they take it all for granted. People that are out there that feel good and they're running around and they're doing what they want, those people, they have to force themselves to calm down, try to see the value in life, try to do a meditation, try to see the meaning in life. They're just too busy. They're running around. They don't know what it's like to struggle, to suffer. And when somebody on Mattress Island, they struggle and they suffer, everything has meaning. They start seeing all these things no one else sees. And they don't take the little things for granted or the big things for granted. Even the little things have great meaning. And somebody could be on Mattress Island for just a month. And even just a month, they can get a taste of it and understand what's going on. Maybe not like somebody who's been on Mattress Island for 2 years or for 10 years, 15, 20 years. But even a month can give you a window into how hard it really is. A taste into that world of that difficult struggle. People who spend a lot of time in bed know the time. They watch the clock. They see it. They see it on their phone or they see it on the wall. They understand the clock is ticking. They watch the hours go by. Lots of reasons why, too, that this happens. You would think they don't have much of a schedule, but that's not true. People on Mattress Island have a big schedule, too. They work hard in many different ways. They could be temporarily part-time Mattress Island. They're on Mattress Island for part of the day. The rest of the day, they're still doing things, tasks, chores. There's a lot of people that live on Mattress Island that also function to a degree. They're in the kitchen, they're making food for themselves and their family members, their children, and then they're back on Mattress Island. So there's a big struggle with Mattress Island and then incorporating life and life's duties around it. And that takes us to so many variations of Mattress Island. Mattress Island can be just Mattress Island. Mattress Island can also be Couch Island. Some people are in bed 24 hours a day. They just have no choice with the condition they're in, especially with neurological symptoms. Some people are in bed less than that. Some people are in bed a quarter of that. The variations, they range and for different reasons in different ways. Sometimes people can function just enough and also live on Mattress Island. And this can go on for years. And then there's recovery. There's getting out of Mattress Island. There's getting off of Couch Island. The recovery time, meaning progression moving forward, finding answers that heal, like medical medium information. And now you're slowly moving out of Mattress Island, where you're only on Mattress Island for a certain amount of hours versus all day. And it gets better and better over time to the point where you respect Mattress Island, you see it, you see its value, you have great admiration for it, but you also probably never want to be on Mattress Island ever again. But the healing process as you're moving forward and forging ahead is like this unbelievable awakening, an awakening like no other. It's part of the spiritual process of it all. People on Mattress Island know the weather. That's something no one would ever think or believe, but it's true. They know the weather. They keep an eye on the weather. They look out their windows. They see what the weather is doing, whether it's a cloudy sky, a rainstorm, a snowstorm, a winter storm. And when there is a storm, they're really keyed to it. They're really tuned into it in such a way, profound way. So when a winter storm's coming, there's going to be 6 inches or a foot of snow or some ice. People on Mattress Island are really, really attuned to this. Somebody else are not even thinking about the snow. They're just hopping in a truck or a car, driving. They drive into a blizzard, a snowstorm. Meanwhile, somebody on Mattress Island is very aware of the snowstorm coming, can feel it while they're in their bed. And that's the thing about weather conditions. High pressure, low pressure. People on Mattress Island feel this more than anybody. People who have nervous system condition problems, they've been in bed for a long time, they've been struggling, they've been suffering with a chronic illness, feel the low pressure storms. They feel that low pressure activity. It makes their body feel heavier, more achier. They might not sleep as good that night. Same thing with moons, big moons. People who are in bed, people on Mattress Island and Couch Island, feel the big moons. They're aware of it more. Instead, people who aren't chronically sick, who never ever experience Mattress Island, they're just running around out there like a free radical. They're not tuned in at all. They may think they are, but they're not. They may think they're tuned into the big moons, but they're really not. They may think they're tuned into a weather change or a weather front, but not really. Not like somebody on Mattress Island. They're the most tuned in to the big moons, to the different changes, to a meteorite shower way up there, to all the kinds of things that happen at night, to owls that are hooting at night, to deer that are walking through a field. They're more tuned into all of it. The weather changes, the low pressure, high pressure storms, and to the seasons. People on Mattress Island understand the seasons, believe it or not, more so than somebody who walks on trails, who is healthy or at least healthy enough, living their life, smelling the air, looking at leaves on trees. Mattress Island people get out once in a while. They do. Many of them do. And they see nature and they see a trail, but then they're back on Mattress Island or they're back and forth or struggling. Intermediate Mattress Island occurs all the time too. So many people. But the seasons really stand out. People on Mattress Island really understand the seasons. They can feel them. They can see them like nobody else. And I say that because it's true. So many people are so busy running around for years, living their life and doing what they're doing, visiting their friends. The seasons they see, but did they really see it? They usually have to go on a retreat somewhere, meditate for a week to try to see it because they've been so busy, they've overlooked so much in life. People on Mattress Island, even when struggling with their symptoms, respect and see the leaves change. Respect the change of the weather and the seasons. They really, really understand it. So how do we get people off of Mattress Island? How do we free them up? By giving them the answers, by them knowing how to heal, by them knowing the tools. It's critical. Medical medium information from above has gotten people off of Mattress Island, but the most people in history off of Mattress Island. The most people healed around the globe. There's no other better thing that has helped people heal and get their lives back. Learning what caused your chronic illness, learning how to heal, learning what to do, what to take, how to move forward, slowly recover, and sometimes quickly for so many people, and getting them out of that couch island and Mattress Island space. Check out the Medical Medium book series. You could get it free at the library. Free at the library. You can also go to Amazon. There's usually a sale on a Medical Medium book. But keep in mind, healing can happen. You can heal. You can recover. It's possible. Check out Medical Medium on Telegram, exclusive messages. And you can go to medicalmedium.com, get on the Medical Medium newsletter, free recipes, free information on medicalmedium.com. There's no paywall. Remember, it's not your fault. You're a good person. You're not the reason why you're sick. Keep a light heart. Pat yourself on the back. Have compassion for yourself. Many blessings. God bless you. It's okay. You're a warrior. Nothing will stand in your way. If you have too many symptoms to count, just know that God keeps track of all of the amounts. No matter how sick you feel, you haven't lost your way. Your pain won't hold you back. You're spiritually strong. You're moving forward. No turning back. Your pain won't knock you off balance. It will keep you on track. Sometimes your mind may feel like it's on speed dial. Your thoughts feel out of control. Feel like they're on freestyle. You're no dummy. You're beyond smart. You're brilliant. You're in control of your dial. No one owns your soul. You are not beholden to a dark evil force who feels emboldened. You are on a course. That's your free will, and it rides like a powerful horse. And think about this. It's all right if you're on an island that sometimes feels it's out in the abyss. Truth is, it isn't. It's a sanctuary for now, until you're ready to fight the world's dragons with knowledge you gained in wisdom. That is saying, don't feel sad. You're not bad. You're the goodest of good. The angels know you're rad. And never forget who you are. You're a shining star, and the angels adore you, close by and afar. And keep a light heart. The angel of joy is monitoring your heart. You're a kind-hearted soul. God knows you and loves you. Forever, amen.
Original published medical medium information gets stolen and poached by podcast doctors, social media doctors, influencers, and medical clinics. Medical medium information has never yet been proven wrong by medical science and research. Instead, the opposite, only proven right and then taken from medical medium published material and used in the conventional and alternative health communities. Medical medium information continually sets the stage for medical science to understand chronic illness better. If you choose to share or use the original, unique content from the Medical Medium podcast, books, or Medical Medium social media, please cite where this information comes from, so others who see and learn of this information have a chance to know where it all originates, to give them an opportunity to heal, so they don't end up losing years of their life searching for answers like so many have before them. The Medical Medium information here on this podcast doesn't come from broken science, interest groups, medical funding with strings attached, botched research, lobbyists, internal kickbacks, persuaded belief systems, private panels of influencers, health field payoffs, trendy traps, or gathered bits and pieces of gimmicky confusion. Because chronic illness is exploding like never before in our modern day history, it takes a greater force than us down here. It takes a helping hand from above. Medical medium information has street cred. It's an organic movement of countless people around the world healing. More healing stories of real people not being paid to tell their life-changing experiences of rising out of the ashes of sickness and entering into the light of full recovery, getting their lives back and finally healing when nothing else in the world of health could move the needle and get them better. The information on this podcast is not man-made. It comes from above, from a higher source. Whatever you believe in, whether God, the universe, the light, or the creator, or if you believe in nothing at all, that we're just floating through space together on this rock. Know that the information you hear on this podcast is separate from all the other noise out there. It comes from a different place, a pure, untampered with, advanced, clean, uncorrupted, original, primary source, a higher source, spirit of compassion.